right, welcome to the Salon Quarantine Speakeasy. My name is Patrick Soluri, and I'll be your host tonight. And I'm also the lead instigator at Prohibition Productions. And this is our 12th episode of our all-star variety show, which we've been streaming since the beginning of quarantine. And we thank you for joining us. And if you haven't done so already, we have a chat on the Zoom, so please join us there. If you're watching on Zoom, just at the bottom of your screen or on your mobile device, hit the chat button and let us know where you're watching from. And we have a great show for you today. We are going to feature the EYAL VILNER Big Band, and we have dancer LATASHA Barnes and ERYN REECE, extraordinary cocktail mixologist, and we also have Champian Fulton. And our DJ tonight is Andrius, who you just heard spinning a few tunes for us. And at the end, he's also going to be leading our after party, which anyone who is on Zoom can join and dance on video. And that should be in about an hour and a half. And as with all of our shows, we ask kindly for you to make a donation. And we share all of this amongst all of our performers that you see tonight. And you can do that through either Venmo, Zelle, or PayPal. I've put that information on our chat. And also it's on the welcome email, which you made through Zoom if you did it that way, or it's on our Facebook and website. And we're going to be not only collecting donations throughout the show, but we will also be doing it for the entire week through Friday. And tomorrow we will be posting this video on our YouTube, and it'll also be available on Facebook, so you can watch it at another time since the live stream can't always get that. And I also wanted to mention, speaking of YouTube, we're actually going to be launching a dedicated Prohibition Productions channel probably next week. And once we have that out, we are going to encourage you to join that and to subscribe, and we're going to put all kinds of interesting content on there as we move forward into much more sort of a social media virtual world. And that's kind of why we're here, and we hope you and yours have been safe over the last couple of weeks. We've changed our format, as longtime viewers will know, but if you're just joining us for the first time, we are doing this now every other Saturday. And we're trying to take a little bit more time to produce the shows a little bit more. We're going out to shoot bands live now that bands are starting to busk out in parks. We are shooting bands outside and trying to kind of up our game a little bit. And it seemed it went very well 2 weeks ago when we did our first revitalized format. And people seem to like that. So we hope you like this show. And of course, we love your comments and any suggestions. And just want to say hello quickly to Lily from Atlanta and Benito from Mexico. Oh, Andres rules. Okay, you got some fans in Mexico, Andres. And again, please join us on the chat and let us know where you're watching from if you're just joining us. And so we are going to get started and jump right in. Our first guest is EYAL VILNER, and many of you know him. He's a very prominent big band leader here in New York, and we featured him several times on the show. Last week we did a kind of a travel music thing with him. It was his last week in Paris, and he was kind enough to shoot some video, which we put together and showed last week. And then on our first show, we actually had EYAL playing from Paris. And he just came back after a year abroad, so let's say hello to EYAL VILNER. Hey, EYAL.
Hey, everyone. Hi, Patrick. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. How about you?
I'm good.
So you're all settled back and jet lag is better, or?
Yeah, I don't remember really having jet lag during quarantine time. What's time anyway, right? So jet lag wasn't a big issue, but yeah, the video that you shot was my first official day out of quarantine, and since then, just, seeing New York and walking around has been very nice.
Okay, and you are now out and about. You said you were biking down from Harlem today.
I was, yes.
How'd that feel?
Pretty great, actually. I've been experiencing with the city bike, and so far it's been working.
Okay. How long did it take you to bike you went from
Village.
Harlem to the West Village, which is your new spot now, right?
Kind of. Yes, it's took maybe an hour or something like that.
Not bad, not bad. So why don't we launch into this video? Do you want to preface it with anything?
I'll just say that like we said before, it was the first day out, in the park and seeing friends and colleagues, both musicians, dancers, and friends listening. And it was really a wonderful and strange and interesting feeling to see everyone and to be outside. And I think you've also interviewed me there, so I feel like I'm talking too much already. I hope you enjoy it. I'm looking forward to seeing what you've made out of it.
Right, because you haven't seen this yet.
Haven't seen it yet. No.
Yeah, so what we did here is we're continuing with the plan that every show we're going to shoot one band in a park outside, since that's the safest way for things to happen now. And a good friend of ours, Young, has been kind enough to let us use cameras, and he's practicing his own work, and we're able to do a 2-camera shoot at a pretty high level and then edit that together. And we did Baby Soda 2 weeks ago, and we were thrilled to do EYAL. And originally I thought it was just going to be a small, maybe the quintet, maybe the quartet, but no, he wanted to do the full big band, and he made that happen. And I also just wanted to point out that not that we're stalking AL, but but we actually did the farewell gig before he went to Paris, which was August 26th of 2019, and that was at Beer House, and where we've had many performers, and it's kind of fitting that we sort of have a welcome home gig here with you. So we're very happy to have you here, and it was amazing to hear the big band on Sunday. So why don't we share this?
Thank you so much. Yeah, let's see it.
So hi, my name is EYAL VILNER. I'm a saxophone player, and I play some other woodwinds, and I write music, and I lead the EYAL VILNER Big Band. And this was our first time playing together in a long time, and definitely the first time for me playing in New York since I got back from Paris, which was 2 weeks ago. Today is actually my first day out, which is overwhelming and exciting. And it's been just wonderful to be able to bring the musicians back together, and we had some friends and dancers joining us as well, and just being outside here in the park, play together, and not just, in our own homes doing those remote recording projects. To actually be together and play together was just amazing experience. Not too fast. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Letter T. 1, 2, T. On the trumpet, and then Mike on the baritone. How did I start the big band? Ooh, well, I've always been writing music and arranging music, and after my first year at the New School for Jazz and Contemporary Music here in New York, the final project was to write a big band arrangement. And we got to hear it back. They brought a professional group of musicians who played it back for us. And I felt like I learned so much by this experience in particular that I decided I'm going to make a big band summer camp for myself. And I booked a gig for the end of the summer. I went back to Israel for the whole summer, and I booked a gig before I had a band or any music. And I was just sitting home and writing pretty much all day and night and preparing for that show, and this is how it started.
Wow. How long ago was that?
Oof. That was after my first year in New York, so that's 12 years ago. I think the alto saxophone, that's the one. I love all of them, and each of them has a special place in my heart, and you know, the big band is another one of my instruments. I really see it that way, you know, and I have like master musicians. I'm lucky to have such amazing musicians in my band, so I could, you know, write for a real clarinetist to play it. I mean, I can play it as well, you know, but you know, the pencil or the big band, I really see it as another instrument and another way to express myself and to, you know, make music and make stories. Ian, would you take it?
I would love to.
All right, this next one is going to feature our bass player, Ian Hutchison. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2.
get into swing dance?
Good question. I was subbing in somebody else's band, probably at Swing 46. Maybe it was the Stan Rubin Orchestra or something like that. I was subbing there every once in a while. And, you know, during the set breaks, they have like a complimentary dance lesson. So I just, you know, I told Ronnie, my wife, why don't we try it just for fun? And it was fun. And we started doing that more and more. And then we took like a private lesson with one of the dance instructor over there. And then we discovered Syncopated City out in Midsummer Night's Swing. And we started taking classes with Nathan and Gabby and Michael and Evita when Michael was around. And yeah, and this is how the ball started rolling.
And you were already writing big band at that point.
Yeah, I already had a big band. We had like 2 albums out, I believe. And we've played together for a long time. And it was more of a listening. It was always swing, but you know, it wasn't swing in the swing dance world kind of way. And I feel like the dancing and, you know, the experiencing it myself really influenced how I see the music and how I hear it and how I want to play it and how I want to write it. So it really nourished, like, you know, inspired a whole other world in my evolution as a musician and my band's evolution. But yeah, I really love, you know, the swing feel, and I really love the dance, and you know, the jam that we've been doing with dancers like Gabby Cook really inspired a lot of, you know, how I feel music, you know. So it's definitely part of who I am and how I play and write. Hey, Lindy Hoppers, care to shim sham with us? All right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. on the trumpet. Dan Blankenship on the trumpet. Mario Milton on the trombone. Eden Baig is on the baritone saxophone. Jordan Patel on the tenor. Albany, what's your last name? Valletta. Albany Valletta on the guitar. Ian Hutchison on the bass. Jay Sire on drums. My name is EYAL VILNER, and this is the EYAL VILNER Big Band. Thank you so much. We're going to take a short break. Temperature over here. Keep your mask on. Stay safe. We'll see you in a bit.
All right. That's the first part of EYAL VILNER in Washington Square Park. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to split that up into the first and the second set. And we're going to bring you the second half of that a little bit later in the show. And it'll actually be our last thing before we go into the after party. But that was really quite something to have a full big band. And I just wanted to point out that you know, these aren't like our regular events. As many of you know, we you know, we produce generally over 120, 150 events a year, all open to the public, and these are different times and difficult times. So this is the band playing in a park. It's called busking, if you know that term. So you know, we can't really invite people like we normally do. I mean, if we put it in our email blast, which has over 20,000 people on it, it could be a problem. If more than 50 people show up in a park like this, we could easily get shut down. So we're sort of trying to do this on the sly a little bit because it's important to try and start to resume things as best we can with trying to get full bands. And the people that joined, you know, they were told by the band leader or somebody close. So be friendly to your band leaders and tip them well, and then hopefully you'll know about the next time. And also wanted to mention that Bernard, it was his 80th birthday, and didn't know that, and we just kind of had a little spontaneous happy birthday for him there in the park. And it was wonderful to see him dancing away, as well as everyone else. And as you can see, everyone had masks on, or most everyone had masks on, and that's very important to us to keep it safe. And you know, we are very much looking forward to the time when we can get back to doing events in venues, and we can't do that right now. So we just want everyone to wear masks so we can get back to dancing and playing in venues and keep everyone healthy. We are going to come back to EYAL a little bit later, and we're going to move along now with our show, and we're going to be bringing up our dance guest tonight, and her name is LATASHA Barnes, and many of you know her. She is an amazing dancer and big on the scene. She's just awesome, but she's internationally recognized dancer, educator, cultural ambassador, tradition bearer. She dances so many styles, it's crazy. House, hip hop, vernacular, lindy hop, whacking. I'm not even sure what that is. You have to tell us about that. And she's not just good on the dance floor. She also has a master's in ethnochoreology, Black Studies and Performance at NYU, and she's basically a badass. So let's go say hi to LATASHA. What's going on?
That's so fun. Thank you so much for having me here.
Yeah, it's great to have you.
Hi, Dan.
All your comments, you were very excited to see everybody, you know, there dancing and.
I had to compose myself because I was busy shim-shamming. Like, wait, oh, right, I got an interview. I need to.
You can shim-sham an interview. It's up to you.
But thank you again so much for having me.
Sure. Have you been dancing much during all this quarantine? Like, what have you been up to?
So what had happened was I had a pretty invasive surgery back in January, and I've been having to literally play it by ear with how my body chooses to respond at first it was each week after the initial recovery, and now it seems to be a day by day kind of situation, whether or not it'll cooperate fully. So I've been doing my best to keep dancing, but sometimes I've had to take more of a rest. And there's some days where more people, probably other dancers relate to this, where I'm just dancing, but then it doesn't really sit well with my normal standard for my dancing. So it feels a little meh, but I'm really grateful to at least just be able to dance at all. So yeah, I'm doing my best to keep dancing during this quarantine.
Okay, as we all are. So you did two numbers for us.
Yeah.
And we're gonna start with Mellotone, right?
Yes, I was really excited. Eyal hit me up and asked me if I was available to dance this week, and of course I said the same thing to him. Well, let's see what my body says about that, but I would love to. And I was so excited, and this is one of my favorite songs off of his Swing Out album, and it honestly was a movement meditation, and it's completely improv. And I have to thank you up front, Patrick, for your amazing editing, because just as it was improv for me, it was improvisational for you. Using
all around improv. Yeah, there we go.
All around improv. So, but thank you. Yeah, it's one of my favorite songs, and of course I love Brianna's voice, and Eyal's arranging is just so magnificent as always. So yeah.
All right, very cool. We are going to start now with LATASHA's first video, and it's in a Mellotone.
Oh, sookie, sookie now. Well, when you tell it like that, nothing left to do. In a mellow tone, feeling fancy free, and I'm not alone. I've got company. Everything's okay. A live long day with this mellow song. I can't go wrong. I'm in a mellow tone, and that's the way to live. If you're more than wrong, something's got to give. So go your way and laugh and laugh and la 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 laugh and live. There's joy unknown and in a mellow. You got me hoping, never moping when you know that I should cry, scream, moan, 'cause you know that I'll never ever do. I'd cry all day if it weren't for the joy you bring to me, sweet and true. I pray that you never go away, for surely I'd be sad and blue. The joy you bring to me, I need each and every day. I've got to have it, I can't live my life without it. 'Cause I'm crazy, 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 baby. I cannot keep away from your love. For today and tomorrow and never a gift, I realize you're the one that I want to spend my life with. And if we should marry, I know that I'd make you fancy free and happy. And wherever we roam, we would never be alone, but share such joy in a mellow tone. In a mellow tone, feeling fancy free, and I'm not alone, alone. I've got company. okay. The live long day with this mellow song. I can't go wrong in a mellow tone. That's the way to live. If you mope and groan, something's gotta give. So go your way and laugh and play. There's joy unknown in a mellow tone. Yeah, there's joy, 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 joy. There's joy unknown in a mellow tone.
All right, there we go. Mellow Tone with LATASHA Barnes. And we're going to actually have her second number a little bit later in the show. So why don't we move along, and we're going to bring LATASHA back in a little bit, probably about 20 or 30 minutes. And we're going to move next to our cocktail segment. And for this, we have something a little bit special. Many of you remember ERYN REECE. She's an amazing mixologist. You probably would have seen her at places like Death & Co. She was the head bartender there, considered one of the best bars in the world. When we did our events at the Woolly Public, she was the head bartender there. And then when we did some of our anti-cocktail events at the Players Club, she was our head bartender there as well. But she's really an amazing woman. She's one of her goals is to raise awareness for female bartenders. She's a founding member and a secretary of LUPEC, and a Dames Hall of Fame inductee at Tales of the Cocktail. She's also the Speed Rack National Champion, so she's a very fast bartender, even though she's a mixologist, and makes incredible drinks. And she's been published all over the place, many things such as New York Times, Cosmopolitan, that kind of thing. Anyway, she's fantastic. She's working now at a place called Freeman's, and they just started a pop-up bar, and it opened this Wednesday, and she shot this segment for us there, and she shot a little video with a wonderful cocktail, and I'll be posting this in the chat, and it's also posted on our Facebook for those that want to make it.
Hi guys, I'm ERYN REECE. Coming from our first day of our new pop-up called Banzarbar Shipwreck. Banzarbar is our cocktail bar that we've been doing for the last couple of years inside of Freeman's restaurant. It's a tiny, seated-only, very speakeasy style cocktail bar. So we decided, since it's quarantine, let's move it to the street. So we're doing a very cheeky Banzarbar Shipwreck theme with a little bit of like tiki drinks, very tropical. Also playing on some really nice, just slightly elevated food for people who want to kind of forget they're in quarantine for a second. So today I'm very excited to be part of the quarantine Speakeasy. Wanted to kind of, since I couldn't be there in person, to kind of showcase one of our cocktails that we're doing today, which is the Arctic Willow. Tropical whiskey-based cocktail with some nice spice notes from the ginger, a little bit of tangerine hibiscus tea, and some mole bitters. I'm going to get started with that for you guys. So we're going to start off with a little bit of brandy, a little bit of Kirschwasser. It's a cherry brandy. So we're just going to do a teaspoon of that, just to kind of get a pop with the fruit. Then we're going to do 3/4 ounce lemon juice, a 1/4 ounce. We do a ginger syrup in house. Essentially, we're just making blending ginger juice with white sugar. I feel like it all sometimes doesn't tiki without a little bit of orgeat, which is an almond syrup. We don't make this one in house. A good dear friend of ours from Orgeat Works, Tiki Adam, makes a really beautiful one that you can buy online, which is really nice. Next, we're going to do a little bit of Oloroso sherry to kind of add just a touch of nuttiness, a little bit more depth. And then for the main ingredient, we're actually using Elijah Craig whiskey. We infused it with a little bit of tangerine hibiscus tea to get a lot of those tropical flavors. So we're just gonna do 1.5 ounces of that. And this one's a very quick, it's gonna be on crushed ice, so we're just gonna do a small little whip shake with just a few cubes. And then we're gonna essentially do a little bit of a dirty pour, get that all in there. And then you just wanna top it right off with crushed ice. And then where the kind of spice from the mole comes right on top. We're doing a little bit of Bitterman's Mole Bitters. Just gonna put a little bit more on top. A few dashes. And last but not least, we've got, add a little straw to that. And just to be even more playful and fun, we got a few flowers. So we're just gonna stick that on top. Just a few more ice cubes. And there you have it. You have the Arctic Willow. Enjoy, guys.
All right, there we go. That's ERYN REECE, one of our favorite bartenders, showing us how to make the Arctic Willow. And if you are in New York City, please check her out at the Banzarbar pop-up bar, Banzarbar Shipwreck, which is just outside of Freeman's downtown off Christie Street. And I hope we can stop by soon. I think it'd be fantastic to get down there and say hello and support a wonderful local business. So we are going to move on to some music, and up next we have a wonderful pianist. But first I want to remind everybody, if you have not done so, please be sure to make a donation. It is very much appreciated, and all of you that have done so, we thank you kindly. It is split between all of us and all the performers, and it's especially important during these hard times. And without further ado, we have up next, we have Champian Fulton. She is an awesome piano player. We know her from, let's see, well, everything, but we also had her on the Intrepid Battle of the Big Bands last year. She was featured with Bria Skomberg and the Sisterhood of Swing, and we've had her perform at the Beer House, and she just is fantastic. So let's say hi to Champion, and hey, how's it going?
Hi, everybody. I'm great, and I have a special guest with me today, Nick Hempton on alto saxophone.
Everybody. Nice to be here with you.
And I was just thinking how delicious that cocktail looked, and I miss being able to go into a bar, and Nick's gonna laugh, but I like to order drinks like by the color of the drink, like, oh, I'd like a yellow cocktail today or a pink cocktail, and I really miss that.
Oh, well, something tells me ERYN will hook you up.
Definitely.
So have you been playing a lot during, I mean, we had you a couple of months ago, and what have you been up to over the last couple of months?
Well, I think I was with you guys maybe in April or May, and I've been live streaming every Sunday since the end of March, like 22 weeks. We've been doing tons of live streaming and pre-recorded videos. I'm releasing a new record dedicated to the Charlie Parker Centennial. Actually, in just a couple, not even 2 weeks. It comes out August 28th.
Fantastic. And so every Sunday you live stream from your place, piano singing, whole thing?
Exactly. Okay. We do different themes. Last week we did the music of George Gershwin. We've done the music of Duke Ellington. And it's every Sunday at 5 p.m. New York time on my Facebook page.
Fantastic. So you're going to play something for us. What do you got? What are you going to start with?
Well, we're going to play some different tunes. The first one comes from the Billie Holiday songbook, and this is I Can't Believe You're in Love with Me.
Awesome.
Or as you said earlier, I can't believe...
I'm in love with you.
Yeah.
I'm in love with you.
Your eyes are blue, your kisses too. I never knew what they could do. I can't believe you're in love with me. You're telling everyone I know I'm on your mind each place you go. I can't believe you're in love with me. I have always placed you far I just can't imagine that you love me. After all is said and done, to think that I'm the lucky one, I can't believe you're in love with me. Thank you very much. And we just started playing this song. We just added it into our repertoire. There's so many great versions. The Ray Charles version, Jimmy Rushing. And this is Am I Blue? Am I blue? Don't these tears in my eyes worry you? Am I blue? You'd be too. If your plan with your man done fell through. Yeah.
Am I blue? Don't these tears in my eyes worry you? Am I blue? You'd be too if your plan with your man done fell through. There was a time I was the only one, but now I'm the sad and lonely one. Was I gay till today? He's gone and we're through. Am I
We'd like to feature Nick on a tune here and play something everybody's going to recognize. This is
Lady Be Good, I
Lady
think,
Be
yeah?
Good.
B flat. 1, 2, All right.
Thank you very much. I think that tempo might have been more like what Count Basie would call a standy. Maybe a little fast to dance. So I think, do we have time for another quick one?
Yeah, do one more. That'd be awesome.
Okay, great. Let's play another Billie Holiday, of course, one of my favorites. And this is You Turned the Tables on Me. You turned the tables on me, and now I'm falling for you. You turned the tables on me. I can't believe that we're through. I always thought when you brought the presents you brought, why hadn't you brought me more? But now if you'd come, I'd welcome anything from the 5 and 10 cent store. You used to call me the top. You put me up on the throne. You made me fall with the crowd. And now I'm all on
Thank you so much, guys. So great to see you and hear you, and killing stride. Woof.
Yeah, right.
That's all I've been able to do since like March.
Practicing your stride during quarantine.
Practicing my left hand.
Well, great. Well, we hope everyone will check out some of your Sunday live streams. Tell us again, what time is it? At 5, 7?
5 p.m. Eastern every Sunday on Facebook and YouTube. We do other stuff during the week, but that happens every week.
Okay, awesome. Well, we will check that out and keep on swinging and striding and stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you, Patrick, and thanks again for doing this.
Thanks for having us.
All right, take care. All right, once again, that was the one and only Champion Fulton live, and she is here in New York City. Someone was asking about that, and good to see you all using the chat on the side, and hello to you all there. If you're just joining us, my name is Patrick from Prohibition Productions, and we are live streaming from New York City. And if you are on Zoom, check out the chat function and let us know where you are watching from. We've got Susan in Red Hook. We've got Carol in Stockton. Who we got? Joanne in DC. Rich in San Antonio. And Judy Breeley in Los Angeles. And Benito in Mexico, amongst many, many others. So glad to see you all here. Oh, and my brother in London. How's it going? And who just flew this week, and apparently Virgin is doing a pretty good job. So and Ann Clark in Washington Heights, and Latasha saying hi to the DC family. So if you are watching us on Facebook, please feel free to make a donation as well. Even though you can't chat, we're glad that you're watching. Speaking of donations, I just wanted to quickly give a shout out to a few folks. We all recommend a minimum of a $5 donation, but a few folks have gone above and beyond and given very generously. And we wanted to thank a few people that have given over $50. And we very much appreciate it as it keeps all this going. Again, we appreciate all the donations, and anything that you can do, whether it's $5 or more, is very appreciative. So I just wanted to give a thank you to Paul Irvin, Judy Stewart, Elizabeth Jones, Ann Abramson, and to Eugene Hammond, better known as Ice. And we thank you all for these donations, and to everyone else that's giving. And we are going to be accepting donations all night long through PayPal, Venmo, and Zelle. And then once we post this on YouTube tomorrow, and it'll also be on Facebook from here on out, but we'll be accepting donations all the way through Friday. So if you are watching it after the live stream, please still go ahead and send these donations, and we are going to be sharing them amongst everybody that you're seeing on the show today. And up next, we are going to do a little sneak peek. As many of you know, I play in a band called the Hot Toddies with some very fine folks, including Justin Poindexter, Gabe Terraziano, Dan Levinson, and we also work with Queen Esther and Hannah Gill, and a bunch of many of the fine musicians. And we've been doing a bunch of quarantine recordings. And 2 weeks ago, actually 3 weeks ago, we released our first single. The debut single was The Glory of Love, and we had Hannah Gill singing on that. It is available everywhere. And we are also going to be doing releases every 3 weeks now for a while. And these are quarantine recordings where each of us recorded in our own apartment separately, and then sent them to me, and I edited them together and mixed them all together. And so this next one is actually going to be coming out this Friday, August 21st, and it features Queen Esther singing as well as Gordon Webster on piano. And for this one, Queen Esther chose this tune, and it's a little bit of a Western swing, kind of a little something different, but still swinging hard. We've got Gordon on the piano, and we want you to check it out as a sneak peek for the release, which is coming out this Friday. And as some of you remember, we sort of did this originally over a month and a half ago. We did a couple of videos, and we loved them so much, and we got such a great reaction, we decided to release them formally. So they've all been remixed, mastered, and here is the sneak peek of the video.
The starry skies above, don't fence me in. Let me ride through the wide open country that I love. Don't fence me in. Let me be by myself in the evening breeze. Listen to the murmur of the cottonwood trees. Send me off forever, but I ask you please, don't fence me in. Just turn me loose. Let me straddle my old saddle underneath the western skies. On my cayuse, let me wander over yonder till I see the mountains rise. I wanna Gaze at the moon until I lose my senses. Can look at hobbles and I can't stand fences. Joe fence me in. Skies above, don't fence me in. Let me ride through the wide open country that I love. Don't fence me in. Let me be by myself in the evening breeze and listen to the murmur of the cottonwood trees. Set me off forever, but I ask you please, don't fence me in. Just let me loose. Let me straddle my old saddle underneath the western skies of my cayuse. Let me wander over yonder till I see the mountains rise. I wanna ride to the hills where the west commences. Gaze at the moon until I lose my senses. Can't stand hobbles and I can't stand fences. Don't fence me in. Fence me till you got me out. Don't fence me.
All right, once again, that is the Hot Toddies with their upcoming single, which is coming out this Friday, August 21st. And that, believe it or not, that is a Cole Porter tune from a musical. Queen Esther chose it. She has like all these stories about it. And we wanted to do that. And we were thrilled to have Gordon Webster on that, as well as Justin Poindexter, Dan Levinson, Gabe Taraziano, and yours truly on drums, and then Queen Esther singing, and Gabe doing double duty on bass and on fiddle. And that will be out this Friday, and the video as well. And we're going to move along now, and we've got our dancer coming back, Miss LATASHA Barnes. We are very excited to have her once again. And again, she's awesome. She did another number for us, so why don't we get her back on here? How's it going, LATASHA?
Hi.
By the way, that jumper is awesome.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
That's the same one in the video, right?
Yes, it is. A birthday present from my wonderful Gemini sister, Evita Arce.
Very nice, very nice.
She also, interestingly, has the same outfit. I think we have a number coming. We have to.
Are they the same color?
Yeah, same everything. It was an accident. Actually, our birthdays are a day apart. I don't know if people know that, but actually we have similar taste in like these really colorful and like adventurous outfits and stores and companies that make those kind of things, but also do sustainability practices. So this is a Farm Rio. It's a Brazilian company. And we both gifted each other gift cards to this company for our birthdays. And not talking to each other, we both bought the exact same thing with our gift cards for our birthday.
Wow.
If anybody knows Evita and knows me, it's like, yeah, that sounds about right. That's you two would do that.
you're gonna have to do a number now. I mean, it's like it just has to be. I mean, like, and you're gonna have to debut it here. I think that's what's gonna happen.
Oh,
Oh.
I think she would love that. Yeah. Might have to work on that. Yeah.
Well, we'll do it. You know, maybe in September, October. You know, some time from now. Okay.
But yeah, I was really excited to do this other number also. And thank you so much again for just having me and giving me the opportunity and space to share. I really appreciate it.
Oh, of course, of course. So, can't pull the wool over my eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
improv, right?
This is what I call improvography, or what Gregory Hines put forth as calling improvography. And it's a method. It sounds exactly what it sounds like. It's improvisation interspersed with choreographic moments. So some of you who have taken classes with me before or have been around the community and the scene for a long time will recognize parts of a really famous and well-known choreography that we do. And I won't give it away. I'll see if people know after it's in the chat. So yeah.
So test following.
Yes, this is a Catherine Russell tune, and a good friend of mine is her costume designer, and I sent her a snippet of it, and of course she just loves it. So I was grateful that she loves it. So just excited to share it with you all.
Awesome. All right, here we go with LATASHA Barnes. It can't pull the wool over my eyes.
You can't pull the wool over my eyes. You can't get away telling those lies. You're not the way you used to be. I got eyes and I can see. You've been stepping out on me. What a surprise. But I'm wise. You can't alibi. Try as you may. That look in your eyes gives you away. Got yourself in a jam. You gotta lose your honey lamb, 'cause you can't pull the wool over my eyes.
All right, bravo. And once again, that's LATASHA Barnes and doing You Can't Pull the Wool from Under My Eyes by Catherine Russell. And we want to thank you again, LATASHA, for joining us. And we're going to move on to our last segment now. And before we do that, we want to remind everyone, if you haven't done so, please send in a donation. And we also want to give a quick shout out to some of our folks on chat. Michael 50 Nights, how's it going? And Benito, the name of the band was the Hot Toddies, and that's this Friday. And yes, Lily, Queen Esther can sing anything. We are big fans of hers. And Justin Poindexter on two guitars. Yes, he did the first track, believe it or not, when he was in the city, and then he decided to go take his family up to New Hampshire, and he recorded the solo guitar in the woods, and you know, that's what you got to do. So yeah, please let us know if you're joining us on and where you're coming from on the chat. And when we are wrapped up here, we're actually going to do an after party. So we definitely need you on the chat for that. Anyone that wants to join at the end, DJ ANDRIUS is going to spin a full set for us, and you can join on video and dance away. Sort of our quarantine after party. And if you are watching on Facebook but want to join the after party, you still have time to sign up and come up onto Zoom to do that. But we're going to move on to EYAL VILNER now. And as many of you know, he was in Paris for a year, and he just got back. He was playing this Sunday in Washington Square Park, and we shot him there. And we have 2 sections of this video. So, EYAL, you ready for more? You good?
Yeah, let's do that. I do want to say, can you hear me?
Yes.
I do want to say that if weather permits, we will be back at in Washington Square Park tomorrow afternoon between 3 and 6. So if you are in town and would like to join us responsibly, please feel free to do that. And yeah, that's only if I know it's supposed to rain. People writing it on the text. Yeah, if it doesn't rain, I mean, we planned it a long time ago, and we have a full big band already ready to go and eager to play. But I hope the weather would surprise us, and if not, just follow us on Instagram and EYAL VILNER BIG BAND on Facebook, and we'll let you know next time.
Assume you'll be posting the status of that tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, if you need to know, then yeah, check out our these resources on social media.
Okay, very cool. So let's do our second set from last week at Washington Square Park. And anything you want to add, or you just want to go for it?
No, let's go for it. I hope you enjoy. And thank you for making this happen, Patrick. And I'm glad to be part of it.
Oh, we're glad to have you, and welcome back to New York.
Thank you so much. Great to be here.
We've been back for 2 weeks. This is the first day of official end of quarantine. Yes, that was the celebration. One, two, a 1, 2. 63. The scene in Paris is so wonderful. It's different than in New York, but there's a huge amount of dancers. People love dancing and moving to live music. Almost there are like a couple of events every week happening at the same time where people are dancing with musicians. We played some cafe gigs, and there's always like some dancers bopping around and moving, whether it's like what the swing scene would call like danceable jazz, and even if it wasn't, if it was like other kinds of jazz, people would still like move around and feel the music. There is a wonderful special connection between movement and music, which I think is just fabulous. And in general, I mean, Paris is so pretty and tasty and all of that, so we had a great time over there. Here's our version of "It Don't Mean a Thing." We ain't got that swing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Thank you so much. Dan Blankenship on the trumpet. I think that music is a great way, to keep us all sane and keep the hope going. And in a way, being a musician and being, we're kind of used to being at home all the time, but then in a different kind of way. There was, like, when the pandemic started, there was no any touring going on or sessions and gigs and stuff like that. But in general, I'm happy being at home and practice, and there's so much stuff I can get better at, writing music and stuff like that. The problem for me, the challenge for me was really, finding where I'm at emotionally and spiritually and all of that kind of, and physically, and find something to inspire me to do what I love and to, write something or start a mini project or something like that. Then get all the energy to, like, bring everybody together, actually write it, actually record it and edit that, then rest a little bit, and then kind of, like, find a new wind to restart it, And I really hope that, this music would bring, joy and hope and energy to all of us who are, stranded right now. We're in such a awkward, strange time, and just we as musicians, as artists, I think we need these kind of projects. We need the audience. Of course, like, financially is another aspect of it, and we appreciate and need the support in order to exist, but also in order to, like, make projects like that happen. But also, like, to know that someone wants to hear what you want to play or write, it's an important thing. And to see this, when we played here today, we got this instant feedback. We see people dance, we see the smiles, even with the mask, we see them on the sides. We feel that energy. And when you're home alone trying to make music, it's rough, so much. Adrian Blank on the baritone saxophone. Jordan Patel on the tenor. Wayne Tucker on the trumpet. Bruce Harris. Dan Blankenship. Mario Bilson. Albany on the guitar. Ian Hutchison on the bass. Jay Sawyer on drums. EYAL VILNER, this is the EYAL VILNER Big Band. Thank you so very much. Stay safe, stay healthy. Put something in the tip jar, and we'll see you soon. You know, I have a couple of projects coming up. I've recorded an album with Jean-Baptiste Franck in Paris that I want to release. I actually have a complete, ready-to-go big band album that we recorded when I was here on tour, basically during the winter. And I'm trying to figure out if it's the right time to release something like that, if we want to wait with that a little bit. This is kind of like projects that I have ready to go, so to speak, but you know, I need to feel how New York feels. Like this is the first day that I see my friends in the scene and the musicians and the dancers, and I want to see what we are, how we can continue in a safe and you know, responsible manner to continue making art, making music, making dance, and you know, inspire people and give some hope for ourselves, and just do what we love, and to, you know, to keep on doing that while we're in the Corona time, and hopefully this will be behind us at some point sometime soon. And to be back here and to see all of these beautiful people dancing with us and hanging, and you know, it's just wonderful. It's just so upsetting that you cannot give an actual hug to people you haven't seen in so long. But I hope our music gave some sort of hug to everybody.
All right, that's EYAL VILNER and his big band. And what'd you think, EYAL?
Oh man, you're a genius. How you edit everything. Thank you so much.
You played it. You did such a great job, and we so appreciate you putting them together, and kind of all the craziness of like a busking big band. Like, who would have thunk that?
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm really glad I did it, with all the challenges that comes with it. And I really hope we could get together again tomorrow. Some people asked, we're gonna try to be at the park if it's not pouring rain between 3 and 6 p.m. Washington Square Park. It's a park, it's a basking gig. So, you know, if you want to find us, you'll have to, I mean, first of all, check out Instagram and Facebook, the EYAL VILNER Big Band, so you'll see if we are actually there. And once we find a spot, you'll probably hear us. Just walk around and you'll find us. And yeah, thank you so much. It's great to be back in New York, and it was wonderful to see everybody, musicians, dancers, regular, normal people. And yeah, I hope to see you all again soon. And thank you for supporting, you know, you, Patrick, for bringing us together and organizing this, and for all the listeners and the viewers who are supporting this cause. This is helpful to all of us artists. We need that, and we really appreciate that.
Very well said, and thank you so much for doing it. And I also want to give a special thank out to Old Young Kim for helping me shoot and bringing the cameras, and couldn't have done it without him. And just, it was so good to see everyone coming out. And thank you, Deborah, for mentioning that the couples dancing were quarantined couples, which is important. We're definitely trying to push safe dancing in this time, because it's no, we're not really sure how we're going to be moving forward, you know, as dancers and musicians and whatnot. And obviously it's been a long time since we've been able to be out, so we're trying to be as careful as we can, and we're asking, you know, everyone watching to wear masks. If you're dancing, wear a mask. If you notice, everyone was solo dancing, and then people that are quarantined together were couple dancing, and we imagine that's probably what it's going to be like in the time moving forward. I have to say that you probably all couldn't see this, but one of my favorite parts of this was watching LATASHA dancing in the background. She was just getting down. It was like, we saw you.
I couldn't help it.
As you shouldn't. It's it's great music. But anyways, we are actually at the end of our show, and we want to thank everyone for coming on and performing. We want to thank EYAL VILNER and his whole big band for Sunday's busking in the park, and LATASHA Barnes for dancing, for ERYN REECE and her cocktails, and we definitely want to check out the Banzarbar Shipwreck, which is at Freeman's downtown, and CHAMPIAN FULTON for playing live. Definitely check her out every Sunday. She is live streaming and striding on her piano and singing away. And then be sure to check out the Hot Toddies new single dropping this Friday with Queen Esther and Gordon Webster. And then we are going to give things over to our DJ ANDRIUS. So ANDRIUS, why don't you go ahead and get your computer shared sound. But in the meantime, I want to remind everybody that if you haven't made a donation, please go ahead and do so. We are accepting donations all evening today on PayPal, Zelle, and Venmo. And we'll also be accepting tips all week. So you can send it all the way through Friday. We're going to be posting this. If you haven't been able to see the live stream, we're going to be posting it in its entirety on YouTube, most likely tomorrow. And it should be on Facebook Live as well. And so even if you're watching it after the fact, we would love if you would send a donation. We thank everyone that sent donations so far. It's very much appreciated. We're going to share it amongst everyone tonight that's been on the show. And so we're going to move on to our after party. And the way that works is, if you're new to it, we've sort of figured out sort of a quarantined version of an after party where if you're on Zoom, send me a message. You can start doing so right now and let me know that you'd like to be part of it. And what that means is that I'll add you and I'll transfer you from a guest to a panelist, which means that your video will now be seen, and then you can start dancing away to ANDRIUS's music. And we only transfer people over that ask because not everyone wants to be seen dancing in their home, but we encourage everyone to do that. We're probably going to do about 20 minutes or so of the after party. Our next show is going to be in 2 weeks. It will be August 29th, I believe. And we'll be posting information on that coming up. There are links already up. We'll be announcing our lineup coming up very soon. And we thank you again for watching and participating. If you want to join in the after party, please send us a note in the chat. And I'm going to say goodbye for now. So ANDRIUS, why don't you take it away? And I'm going to switch this over to you now. All right, thanks.